want to dedicate this next song to a very special someone in my life, David Rose. I call you when I need you and my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me and give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Will tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart I see the start of every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well. We will start with a quick guide about Zoom application. It's very important to mute your microphone to avoid the background noise. On the top right corner, you could choose a speaker view or a gallery view with 25 screens at the same time. At the bottom of your screen, you will find meeting controls. We will use participants. A window will pop up on the right side. And also, we will use the chat to ask a question. We will share all questions at the end of this meeting, or we could reply them on the chat. If you are using your phone, on the meeting control, press on the icon, enter audio, and then call through the device audio. After that, you can mute the microphone. Thank you and enjoy the meeting.
Okay, good morning everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you are located. I'd like to give a very warm welcome to our colleagues from Corny Tomorrow in Asia Pacific for joining us here today for this mini convention. In attendance, we have Corney's SVP, Tim Martin. Welcome to you, along with Reto Kaufman, the Vice President of Sales and Operations for Asia. We also have joining us from Taiwan, the team from the Taiwan office. We also have the team from South Korea's office, the team from Indonesia's office, and last but not least, we have the team from China and Hong Kong. I'm now going to hand the floor to my colleague Olina to introduce some of the Europamundo staff.
Orlina?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you to share this time. Let me please introduce you our team from the HQ office in Madrid. Here we have today Mr. Luis Garcia, the CEO of our company, our corporate planning director, Mr. Baron Blanc Christian, our commercial director, Mr. Alejandro de la Osa, operations manager Carlos Nogueira and Diego Morales. Mr. Carlos Gonzalez from the Spanish will be with us. From the transport department, we have our director of the department, Mr. Alberto Vares Ballesteros, and Samuel Duce. Tamara Guerra from the customer services with us. Lola Aguilera for sure for other departments destination department. And David Lorenzo, contracting manager, who will speak to us today about the market situation. Mr. Javier Diodre from the commercial department, Marisol Amo, from the manager of the tour leaders department, and part of her team who will be leading the different contents of the meeting. Antonio Sanchez will help us with the technical minute, and Ursula and me, Miss Ursula Cortez and me, Orlina Shepska, will assist the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Olina. Now I'd like to give an opportunity to our partners there from Corney Tamari to introduce who you've got there, yourself and your team. Maybe we can start with Taiwan. Is there anyone from Taiwan office joining us today?
Yes.
Please, could you just introduce yourself and who you have with you, your team?
Hi, my name is Harry, and I'm represent from Ivory's team. Hey, can you hear me?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, from South Korea, Richard.
Oh, instead of, yeah, I'm still, yeah. Can you hear my voice? Yeah. Instead of Richard, it's, yeah, let me introduce briefly our team. Greeting from South Korea. So I would like to thank you for Europamundo our staff and Steven, the AP managers. Korean market is was an important time to launch. We've been starting last year, and then we are so far so good, but just the COVID pandemic is happened. So anyway, thank you very much for inviting for our team. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Edward. So China, Hong Kong, do we have Catherine? Anyone from China, Hong Kong available? Okay, we can't hear Catherine, so maybe let's move on to Indonesia. Do we have Albert?
Yeah, maybe I take over here. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, I think I represent maybe a larger area. I think Indonesia is obviously the source market where we have started with Europamundo, but I'm glad also today we have our key people from Singapore, from Vietnam, as well as from India and Malaysia in the call. So it's obviously for us a great privilege to be part of this conference, and I think we have seen the values and the benefit of the product in Indonesia, even though we made smaller step, but it's a great recognition of the brand in the market, and we believe obviously post-COVID that this is the ideal product to really fast track the market recoveries in many of my market. In that respect, really thanks a lot, Stephen, also for your relentless training support. I think you have helped us to run several webinars over the last couple of weeks, really to bring the idea, the philosophy, and the brand of Europamundo closer to our key clients. So once again, a big thank you to the entire team. And yeah, we are very pleased to attend today and keen to listen more how you're going to tackle the next couple of weeks and months. Back to you, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Reto. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Okay, perfect.
We can.
Okay, thanks a lot. So now I'm going to hand the floor to Luis Garcia.
No, first of Lina, no? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Good morning, everyone. Really, I am very happy. I am very happy to see you, all of you here with us. I am very happy because we need a big team of people working to make a future, to make the project come true. Really, we are facing a very difficult period. We are facing a period full of uncertainty, full of fear, but and it's the opportunity for the change. Historical period, many times is the time to look the future and to see what we make everyone for this future. That is the moment. We are in a difficult period, that is true. But we are full of optimism because with this stop in the tourism, we can face the future. We can face new products, new ideas, new dreams to try to make the tourism of the future. It's the moment to work for that. It's the moment to design new travel, new projects, new ideas for the demands of the 21st century travelers. It's the moment to make ideas to provide new service, new option for a more sustainable tourism, for offer less massive destination, to give opportunity to make new experimental trips, trips more prepared for everyone with the different needs of everyone, and also trips more ecological, with more respect to the environment, looking more to work to avoid the climate change. And we are full of ideas. It's the moment. We are no business at all at this moment with passengers going in all the parts in the world. It's the moment to work all together to build the future. It's the opportunity. It's the opportunity because we have a lot of people asking to make something. And now we can prepare the tourism of the future. We are full of ideas and we want to share these ideas with all of you. But we need also the support of everyone because the ideas are nothing if there are not a great team of people to make them come true. The dreams are nothing if there are not an effort, a big effort of hundreds of workers. Everyone is in his own position to make true the dreams. It's the moment to dream. It's the moment for the project. It's the moment to start to build the tourism of the future. Really, I am happy because it's true, we are in a very hard period. It's true, but at the same time, it's the period for the new dreams, it's the period for the opportunities. And for that, we need your help. The help of everyone, the help of the worker of Europamundo, to make true this new project, but also the help of all the travel agencies giving support to can develop this sort of ideas of the future. I am happy because I am sure after this period that is a long period now, but not so long if we look in a historic term. It's only some mouth, it's nothing, but it's the opportunity to make the Europamundo of the future. And the Europamundo of the future is, I don't can understand the Europamundo of the future if it's not full of people, happy, living new dreams, living, knowing the world, knowing the best place of the world. Thousands and thousands of people from all the continent, all the race, and all the culture. We need your help. Please help us to make reality the dreams as we want to put in order in the future. Welcome for everybody and thank for our here. Really, I am very happy, I repeat again, because I can see all of you here today for push the dreams of the future travelers. Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. And now I will like to hand the floor to Beren with a message from JTB.
Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Beren Christian, and even though I don't appear that Japanese, I'm actually the local JTB representative here in Europamundo, and I'm the chairman of the board in Europamundo. This is really a difficult time for all of us, and I don't think there are any companies in the entire JTB group who are not suffering severely. We have seen crisis before, but never anything that completely eliminates our business like now, and it's not for a week, it's not for a month, but it's several months. And the worst part is that all the forecasts that we read and hear say that this is not something that will go away fast. It will maybe take 1 or 2 years to recover. But this is also one of these periods where we can see the benefits of being a part of a group like JTB. Even though we are all in tourism, we are not doing the same kind of business. And this also means that the impact on our business, our current business and future business is different. Some of us will recover fast, other of us will recover in a long time, some will get new possibilities, some will have no future. But in a group like this, we have a possibility to help each other. And I think this is exactly one of these situations. Many of you, it's maybe all of you, are selling group tours to your local tour operators. But after this crisis, I have no doubt that a lot, or at least some of your clients, they no longer exist. And the other option is that many of them have lost a lot of money. So they can't take the risk of starting a lot of guaranteed departures of their own because they are not sure of the occupancy. So this is actually a perfect moment to promote Europamundo, because from the 15th of July, we will be offering fixed departure or guaranteed departures on our 479 different tours. And this can be a salvation, actually. This can be a salvation for many of your current clients, the tour operators and the travel agency, because they don't have any products to sell at the moment. But from 15th of July, they can have 479 Europamundo products. So if we are combining our forces in a situation like this, actually within the JTB group, maybe some of us can come out of this stronger than we were before. Another issue is that we have, of course, been thinking about how we need to adapt to the situation as it is. And during this presentation, we will tell you what we are doing currently to adapt to the COVID. But also, as Luis say, we will be talking about the dreams, because this is also the time to think about the future. And now I have no doubt there will be a lot of your clients who don't like to go on a tour with 50 people in the bus. And because of this, there will be more requests for FIT or small group packages. And this could be good for you, but you also know that the way this works for you is that you will get a request, then you will start to do a lot of quotation, and at the end, 80% of all those quotations will never end up in any sales. It will be a lot of work for nothing. But from the 15th of July, Europamundo will be offering the possibility to make private tours of all of our 479 different products, or most of them. So actually for most of our products, you will be able to go into our online system and make a quotation and get an immediate confirmation for small groups from 4 to 7 people. And this could be a huge opportunity for you. Not only you will have a lot of products, but you can offer small groups and with an immediate confirmation. So in fact, there are many possibilities, and it's not only sad news. And in addition to this, we are actually in Europamundo now considering to employ more tour leaders, so we could expand the number of different languages that our tour leaders could speak. And currently what we are analyzing is to employ tour leaders who speaks Mandarin and tour leaders who speaks Bahasa. So this could really be something that could change the business and the game in the future for you. So you see, if we are working together within the JTB group, we can bring a lot of new possibilities. We have a lot of products, but you know your market, and we need to take advantage of this possibility, and we need to do it together. If we don't do it together, we will not achieve what we can achieve. And if we do this good, we have a unique opportunity to grab a significant part of the market share over the next couple of months. So let's do it. This is the time to show the market the strength of the entire JTB group. Thank you.
Thank you, Baron. And now we have David with the market situation.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is David. I work for Europamundo's contracting department. I would like to give you a brief update on the issue of border and travel restrictions that we are monitoring very closely here in Europamundo. As you all know, as a result of the expansion of coronavirus, most countries decided to close their borders and ban tourism. Even today, nearly 3 months later, it is pretty much impossible to travel for tourism. However, over the past few days, we have seen several announcements that indicate the situation is starting to change, and many countries plan on opening their borders soon. I will give you a few examples of this, if you will allow me. Italy and Estonia, for example, opened their borders last week for European Union nationals. Germany, Belgium, France, and Poland will open their borders on 15th of June, also for European Union nationals so far. Greece will open on 15th of June for 29 countries, among which are Korea, China, and Japan. Spain and Switzerland will open their borders on 1st of July. Countries like Kenya and Tanzania both will open on 1st of July for everybody without any restrictions. As you can see at the moment, it's mainly European countries that are leading the way when it comes to the opening of the borders, while other regions that are also very important for us, like Asia or like Latin America, seem to be lagging behind. This process of reopening borders, we believe it's going to be slow and gradual, very regional at the beginning, with most countries trying to reach agreements with their neighbors, like, for example, Korea and China are doing, like China is doing with Singapore, like Japan and Vietnam are doing, or like the European Union is trying to do among its member states. We're confident that by the beginning of July, most, if not all, internal borders within the European Union will be open, and European Union nationals will be able to move freely. As for the opening of external borders to allow nationals of countries like Indonesia, like Korea, like Taiwan, like China, to travel to Europe, we think it's going to take a bit longer. But we are also positive, and we hope within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we will start seeing good news in this regard. So the situation for travel suppliers remains difficult, but the evolution is positive. And we are definitely starting to see some light when it comes to reopening of borders. And that's all from my side. It's back to you, Stephen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David. So now I'm just going to give you a a small reminder of the Europamundo concepts. I'm sure you're all quite familiar already, but we'll just give you a reminder. So I think I have a slide coming up. So we have the 3 key points of flexibility, okay? The rotary tour. So when you see the icon of the rotary tour, it simply means that these tours are circular, starting in one city and finishing in that same city. But that start city is just one option. This tour allows Europamundo passengers to start in whichever city suits them. The possibility for the customer to start on any day of the tour other than day 1, but still complete that whole itinerary. Okay, so that's the important use for the rotary tours. We also have sector. When you see the sector icon, this option offers Europamundo passengers the possibility to purchase just a part of the tour, not the complete tour. So if you have a potential passenger who wants to buy just the part of the tour, 1, 2 days, 5 days, anything like this, it's possible. Cut that section out, and obviously the system will reprice it. Okay. Again, this is given the flexibility to adapt the product to suit the needs and requirements of your customers. Then the third flexibility tool that we have is Stop Yes. So what can we do with this tool? Well, if you have a customer who maybe has family in Europe, for example, they can stop, leave the tour, spend more time with their family, and rejoin the tour on the next convenient departure that comes around. Another use for this tool is if your customer has maybe a work commitment in one of the cities in Europe, they can take time out of the tour to attend to their business and again, rejoin, okay? So this is something very, very important, and this flexibility that Europamundo can offer in the market can't be touched by any of our competitors. And the final point about our concepts, which is really important to remember, is our guaranteed departures, okay? Never cancel. And again, when you see that icon, guaranteed departures, this is available. So now we're going to move on to safety and comfort with Jose.
Yes, hello, can you hear me? Excellent. Dear partners and colleagues, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph. I am part of the Europamundo team, and I will be delighted to present you a new item that will be implemented in our tours for this coming up season 2020. Just as an introduction, as you all know, and due to the coronavirus crisis event, tourism has been impacted at all levels. The country borders were closed. We had confinement that was compulsory in most of the cities worldwide, and traveling has been prohibited in almost every situation. The world population has been exposed to contagious risks. That was a very fearful scenario that have led towards an extreme preventive attitude and a massive health and safety measures to integrate in our regular lives. As a consequence of that, the traveling industry has been shattered to pieces, and most of the tour operators, the agencies, the distributors, all of our competitors have been forced to stop their activity until the year 2021, or showing up very little product to offer in the market. So we are confronting 3 different main challenges. The first one is the fear to travel related to pandemics. The second one is the low demand, which translates in low occupancy in the buses. The third one is the lack of offer in products to sell. So as a result of that, Europamundo has decided not to step back in such a difficult scenario, but on the very contrary, in order to face these problems, we have created a new future. It is called safety and comfort. We want to enable you to work. We want to equip you. We want to endow you. We want to provide you with the necessary materials for you to carry on with your jobs and start selling. For that reason, we have come up with this program, which is consistent on the following premises. Antonio, please, will you please put the first slide? Well, as you can see, we have some priorities. As my colleagues said, We have the widest scope of tours that will be operating from July the 15th until October the 31st. Under this item, as previously said, we will be probably one of the very few tour operators in the world offering most of its brochure in the coming up months. This is a perfect tool for you to promote your sales, and also will be an extraordinary opportunity to meet our travelers' needs so they can join a tour in their preferred dates and destinations. Secondly, 95% of the tours will implement this quality seal, safe and comfort in 2020. So most of our tours will have this quality seal. A very important thing that has been already spoken about, all of the tours under this feature guarantee all destinations and all departure dates, so we don't leave anyone behind. That is very important for you to know as well. And well, most important of all, I believe, is that the tours under this feature are guaranteed to have a maximum of a 50% level of occupancy in the buses. That means that the buses that has 45 seats or 50 seats will have a maximum occupancy, a maximum level of people of 50%, which translates into 20 people, 22 people, something like that. We are running also tours with smaller groups. If we are having small groups, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, up to 7 people, we will be also running the tours, but in this case, we will be using a minivan instead. Just remember that safety is our primary goal for our travelers, and we are also offering the highest standards of comfort as an extra value in our tours. Let's just go on to this concept of safety. Next slide, please, Antonio. As you can see, Europamundo will be applying the most strict health policies, even more than the regular sanitary conditions recommended. We will be obviously following legislation and regulations in every country that we're visiting, where we're doing this little extra for our travelers. Also remember, the buses are at a 50% of their capacity, so that will ensure this so-called security distance, okay, so that will help our clients to feel a little safer. The cleanliness in our vehicles will prevent any kind of virus spread. This will be explained by my colleague Alberto next in the next intervention. But we're just ensuring that we have a fully COVID-free atmosphere within the vehicles. Something important too is that all Europamundo staff on tour will bear a COVID-free updated certificate. All of our guides and drivers will undergo the coronavirus test before they start working. Related to comfort, please, Antonio, next slide. Half of the occupation, which is 50% that we were speaking about in a bus, translates into obviously double comfort. The coaches, buses used will travel at a maximum of 50% of their capacity. That will provide you with greater mobility, more stretching space, a relaxing private spot, and a higher traveling quality. We will have also excellent room conditions in vehicles. We have this window seat guaranteed. We will have better views. We will have more leg room, astonishing scenery, private space for our own use, hand luggage storage. That is all an advantage. We will have also fewer participants on tour. That leads to our finest guiding assistance. Not only we have knowledgeable guides, but also we will provide you with cultural insight and protection, flexibility. We will have some kind of a personalized tour design. And finally, these small groups will benefit from also reduced waiting times and better mobility. That is something interesting that we can do. Finally, we got to some considerations. To keep in mind. First, please, Antonio, next slide. In this sense, we need some cooperation and contribution efforts needed from all of us. This is the time for us to make sacrifices, to give our best, to enhance hard work, and to prove that we are talented men and women. This is the time for us to be generous, responsible. This is the time for us to look after the common welfare. There will be a slight increase, no more than 10% in price to participants according to better comfort. You can understand that we will need to ask for a little stipend in exchange for this safety and comfort issue. Just think of yourselves. If you were buying a plane ticket and they will be asking you to pay 10% more, and they will guarantee you that you will have an empty seat next to you, wouldn't you buy it? I think an amazing chance to do that. The room to share also in bookings will not be available during the crisis. Reservations in the twin room share will not be available. Also, as you can see, if you have like special groups, say family groups, friend groups, or people in a risky situation, like say people over 70 or 75 years old, we will be offering to privatize, these travelers, offering them to enroll private tours. Also, the bookings not canceled, up to date, will enjoy our safety and comfort at no extra cost. So remember that those tours that haven't been canceled, they will be rewarded, in their recognition for being our loyal travelers. Remember also that private groups will not qualify for 50% occupancy in the buses. If you have a private group which is consisting of 45 people, definitely, we are using only one bus and not two buses. So we truly believe that all Europamundo family, which you are an essential part of it, will provide all the necessary tools and passionate dedication for our travelers to fulfill their expectations and make their dreams come true. So from me, that's all. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And I will just give my word to my colleague Alberto. Thank you.
Good afternoon for everybody. My name is Alberto Ballesteros, and I am the responsible for the transport department. For all of you, all of the passengers, and for us, the safety and cleanliness inside the bus is very important. And for this reason, we are going to explain the measures that we are going to take. Now my teammate Samuel will explain them.
Good morning, afternoon, everybody. I hope you and your teams are keeping safe and fine. My name is Samuel Luce, and I belong to the transportation department, of which Alberto Ballesteros is in charge. I want to start saying that with the outbreak of COVID-19 here in Spain, our immediate focus has turned to health and safety and protecting our passengers. We know that there are no easy solutions, but all the people who work at Europamundo are committed to doing everything in our power to ensure that traveling in safe conditions can continue. I'd like to explain to you the measures we are going to embrace when it comes to transport and related issues. First of all, we want you to know that every single driver and tour guide is going to be tested for COVID-19 to determine whether they are in good health conditions to work or not. Masks and gloves will be given to them as well as to the passengers, and hand sanitizer will be installed in the coach door so the passengers can use it if required. We also have the seats in our coaches properly protected with disposable covers in order to prevent the passengers from sitting directly on them. Next slide, Antonio, please. Another problem we are going to face the process. As our coaches have different kind of surfaces, we also use different types of disinfectant solutions. One for armrest or door handles, and a more specific one for those porous surfaces of seats. We are fully aware there is a lot of information going around about safety measures and disinfection process, one of which has to do with installing dividing screens between passengers. You already know the good business terms we are on with the manufacturers of our vehicles, but the Ministry of Industry here in Spain has not approved any measure in this respect as of now. These dividers must comply comply with the strict regulations, as they can be dangerous in some way to passengers. These legislations move fast, but the government prefers to make sure they approve efficient measures they will have to change later. So currently, the most efficient way to disinfect coaches is the use of ozone, but we are gathering more information about air purification systems, for example. Those systems will be installed inside the air conditioning units, and once they are turned on, the air inside the coach will stay fresh, eliminating any kind of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and even those harmful particles in the air. So that's all for me. Let me give the floor back to Alberto Ballesteros, and thank you for listening.
We know that all the measures are changing very quickly, and it's for this reason that all the transport department are working to investigate the news that are appearing. I am glad to see you.
Hello, good morning or good afternoon. It's depending where you are located. It's a pleasure to meet with you. My name is Carlos Nogueira, and I'm the manager of the Operation and Contract Department. I would like to introduce you next to my partner Diego Morales, who is going to tell you about some security measures. Diego, please.
Good day, everyone. My name is Diego Morales from Contracting Department, and we will talk about hotels and the new scenario we are all facing up and the new taking measure. Currently, we are working with the biggest hotel chain in the world, which has allowed us to have a direct communication. According to the last Guardian news, we will be collecting a weekly report in order to update local protocols to be followed by all of us, including our mutual travelers and our staff too, guides and drivers. Not only about hotels, but restaurants, ferries, museums, all the logistical support that we need will be updated weekly. Every hotel is applying different new tools to maintain a clean and a safe environment for our clients. Many of them are using specialized companies in terms of cleaning processes. Entire and daily disinfection of common areas and transit spaces will be done many times during the day, even more than before pandemic. Focus on the potential dangers, such as air-conditioned systems could be. They are doing a great job with these specialized companies to provide clean air around the whole building, different levels, different floors. Also, the laundry service will be done under hospital standards. Hydroalcoholic gels will be given off to every client upon arrivals on request. They will be placed in different stations around the establishment to be used for free. Some of them will have a team member checking temperature to everyone, which is very important to prevent any risk. Also, they are improving their performance and protecting themselves with a new transparent screens, some of them. Also providing a protective equipment available as gloves and masks for everyone. Trying to avoid crowded places, removing doors, and keeping social distancing according to the local law. Disinfection is a matter that we consider very important. It will be done upon arrivals, during our stay, and after departure. Trying to separate as much as they can the rooms between them in different floors. Elevators, for example, will be limited to a certain number of people. And once again, we must keep on physical distancing. They are removing unnecessary decoration items and things that could be touched more than once by many people, like curtains or something like that. And like this, many hotels will remove keys and amenities will be like a single use and single touch to ensure a safe and a clean place. Daily spray disinfection in common areas will be performed many times along the day. Airtight breakfast will be offered in every room to avoid breakfast buffet in many hotels. The one who's going to keep the breakfast buffet, they will offer a grab and go formula. Guys, we will provide the best holidays to everyone under the best security conditions. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I'm Carlos González. I'm in charge of the market in Spain. And I will like to introduce two more warranties to you. The Spanish Tourism Quality Institute in 2019 certified Europamundo with a Q for quality, and now in the health prevention by COVID is preparing the Safe Tourism Certified. We are very close to completing all protocols and achieving this new certificate. By other way, undoubtedly, this health crisis is going to generate a confidence crisis. And the agencies needs to know with which tour operators works. In Europamundo, we have established a bond insurance or insolvency warranty for 7 million euros since 2019. It is one of the largest warranties made by a tour operators of circuits. Of course, this insurance generates great trust among the travel agencies. And now, I will let my colleagues, Tamara and Ursula, give you further explanations about our regular travel insurance.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ursula Stein, and I'm the person in charge of the Quality Control and Post-Trip Department, which is the part of the customer service team. I will speak briefly and hopefully bring you some good news. In addition to the hygienic sanitary protocols that we are establishing in accordance with the sanitary regulations and guidelines for our coaches and team of guides. We have been talking with our travel assistance company. As you may know, we have an arrangement with Europa Assistance, which cover all of our passengers from the moment they start service with us. Besides the already known and long-established coverage benefits, we have successfully managed to include it in the policy and a special annex for COVID-19. From here on, it will be considered a serious disease instead of a pandemic. So it will have the same coverage benefits as any other serious disease, which means that if one of our passengers tests, our insurance will provide coverage for this, which is in the advisor value product is yet another great reason why to choose Europamundo when booking your trip. If you have any doubt to the coverage plan, do not hesitate to write to us. Our email address will appear in the chat. Thank you very much for your attention and have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Javier Villodre. Good morning for the people in Spain. I work for the sales department of Europamundo. We promote the tours in English all over the world. And in this occasion, if you allow me, I would like to talk about the future. We had our colleague Joseph previously talking about the catalog, all the guaranteed departures that we are going to have during this period from the 15th of June until the 31st of October. And we can talk that a small seed that we are planting are going to be the tours done in private, the possibility to privatize a tour with 4 to 7 passengers in a minivan with a guide. Another possibility, another seed that we are planting for the future is the concept of safety and comfort. Tours that they are going to be operating during this pandemic period where we're going to have 50% of occupancy. But let's try to guess the future. I guess that lots of us, we think about what the future is going to bring. And nobody knows, actually, because we are not fortune tellers. But what we know as professionals in tourism is that in the future, we will need less We have to look for places that can be like small places, less congested. Also, there is a need for a more eco-friendly tourism. And also, there is a need for a multi-interest tourism, a tourism for all type of clients. Also, we need a tourism that has to be based on experiences, on emotions, on new feelings, we can say. But how can we do that with group tours? We are launching as Europamundo a new project that is here to stay. This is what we believe. And we think it has the ambition to grow and offer different destinations around the world. Areas like experience like discovering a green tea ceremony in Japan, or attending a K-pop concert in South Korea, or enjoying a Balinese massage in Bali, in Indonesia. We have to think about it. We have to wait. What we are going to introduce at this moment, it's what we call a la carte tours. But what does it mean exactly? A la carte tours, it is a product that is designed to offer many products or solutions to all kind of travelers to cater different profiles and motivations. It is also a more sustainable product. If you think about the catalog of regular departures that I have here, this is a 3-page catalog, 300-page catalog. And for this, to produce this, probably we need to cut lots of trees. We need to be more careful with the environment, environmentally friendly. And we are going to do everything in a digital platform. We'll explain you all the concept of these a la carte tours, but everything will be online because probably we don't need a 300-page catalog. We might need a 3,000-page catalog. So we'll maximize the use of the internet and everything will be in our system. So let's think about this concept, privatizing a minivan with 4, 5, 6, or 7 people, but with many different products. Let me explain myself. Let's imagine an example. We have a person coming to our travel agency. We are a travel agent, and we have a person asking for a specific tour. And he comes and wants to do this specific activity and visit these specific cities and do something in a very specific way. That person asks for a quotation. We start working on the quotation, and then the client comes and complains about delayed response because we are being very careful with all the pricing. And then next day the client comes and says, look, I don't want this. I want to do this in Rome, not in Paris. And I want to change this meal from this restaurant. And again, we have to start working and changing all the quotation. And after 20 days, you have that person coming to our travel agency with a huge smile in his face, telling you, oh, you know what, Javier? My son bought the same tour that you gave me, but on the internet and at a lower price. And you get like, come on, guys, this is almost like humiliating. We are wasting our time working and we are doing our best, of course, but we are mediators. We are in the middle. We don't have any possibility to compete. However, with a la carte tours, we are offering you an end product. It's ready-made. It is quick. It is reliable. You can go to our system and see immediately, in seconds, the 15 different tailor-made options that we have for short trips or day trips, starting in Paris for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days. Or if you come to Madrid, you can go online and check the 20 different options that we have to do different activities with certain different durations. I'll give you an example. You can come to my city, to Madrid, where the head office of Europamundo is located, and you can go to the northern part of the region, and you can do hiking at the mountains. They are not like Himalayas, but they are very nice. You can go to ski there also, or you can go to see villages in the empty Spain, in the rural world, and maybe you can discover old traditions of the Spanish culture. And also you can experience local food. With this product, everything is possible. Imagine this beautiful concept. 4 to 7 passengers with a fixed program with a certain duration. It has to be a little bit more expensive than traveling by coach, but not that much expensive. And it's operated on private, where you start from the hotel. We give you a series of activities that otherwise you wouldn't do because you don't know or because you don't know how to do them. Think about these activities, how beautiful it would be a tourism based on experiences like having lunch at a local person's home in a village in the middle of nowhere with local food taken from the local orchard or garden. That is beautiful. But if you think about this catalog, we might have in a specific departure 200 passengers, and that is not possible to do it. So we have to reduce the number of passengers and try to avoid this mass tourism, offer a more sustainable tourism, looking to discover beautiful places that probably the world travelers don't know because no one is offering them those possibilities. You know, sometimes in tourism, in the tourism industry, our problems create new problems. Everybody buys what is available because they don't know anything else. Sometimes that's the case. We have wonderful places on planet Earth, but we just have to know that they exist. And many of them, they are very